What? Water now. Ice. Ella. Ella.
No, I didn't now. I just have your water. No, but he's going to the lab. Why did you do that? I just poured it.
It's week 15 of the NFL, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Falcons and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home.
Set to go, wk15 ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Here we go. And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And bulldozing his way through. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Falcons had 8 and 5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Ridder to throw on first down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Ready.
Young will set to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
On the ball.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Ready?
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Coup for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Ready?
To throw, Young. And his pass incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. On second down, Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. Third down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
On 1st down, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts, and he goes out right around the 39. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and a couple. Ritter off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready.
That's out quickly to London. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. Robinson. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line around the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on second and inches. They'll run again here with Robinson. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Check Fury. Set go.
Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ritter going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This one left side caught by Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now Young Wei Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession.
Check white.
I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Young now. Over the middle. He's got Chenault. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
Now here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ritter in this offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Come on, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, cut.
Robinson up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Robbie Chosen from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
On the set.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Check,
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Black swap. Hut, hut.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Check white. Yellow. Lining. Switch. Yellow.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Young on 3rd and 2. That one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Okay, right.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for the first down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cordero Patterson. Now he's free at the 35. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware.
Here we go.
If they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Set.
Throwing, Young. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Young on third down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Ready.
Going play action, Ritter. That one deep for London. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go red.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Blaster, 6. Set, cut.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. This ball down the field for Pitts. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready up.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Let's go, man. Set.
Young. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Set. Black shot. Ready.
Ritter on 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Set,
Now
go.
a timeout taken.
Opposite. Green. Smith,
Perhaps
red.
a chance for
Check,
one
pink.
more quick
Black
play and then
swap.
another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Young throw complete there to Thomas.
Here we go.
And
Set.
with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Blue. Check. Hut, hut.
Final play of the half, Young. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is
Ready.
the time of game where you and I
Ultra.
have to be
Go
prepared,
ultra.
right? Isn't this kind of like that
Hey,
empty the
go
bucket
steal.
time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
He's had a ton of success here so
Come
far.
on, set.
But you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Set. Go.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the
2
ready.
yards still to go. Third down now.
Check. Smash. Set.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft it.
Strike. Strike. Hut.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Let's go now.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready.
On the counter, this is Robinson. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th
On the
carry
double.
of the ball game. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get
Ready,
away.
ready.
And that will bring up second down.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. Throw out. Takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Fight, 97. Hey, go furious. Ready?
Back to the ground with Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. These guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check, cut.
Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Ready.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Jet.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Hey.
They'll run with Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Hey.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They get themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Young. Being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling up the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Wiggles free. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here we go,
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Set.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still third down. Come on, set.
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, Robinson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, let's turn it up. Play it a little aggressive, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Let's go now.
Young now from the 50. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
52 blaster. Ready?
Young off the bootleg. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Ready,
Third
ready.
down and 10.
Drill, 52. Ready.
Here's Young. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. They'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions, because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off
ready.
right now.
Ultra,
Ball on the
ultra.
39. Here's
Jack
second
right,
and a yard.
Jack right. Jack cut.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line.
Here we go.
They deserve
Steal.
to roll
Check,
up their
steal.
sleeves and show off their biceps.
Ready,
because
ready.
they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run,
Okay, right?
he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep
Shot,
picking up good
17.
yardage.
Hut.
On play action, here's Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Fight 60. Hut, hut.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back. Set, go.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in
Here we
situations
go.
where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after
Check
them,
Fury.
trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Set.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
All right, go get him now.
Ready,
They got to
break.
get it to the 21 here
Hey,
on 3rd
check back
down.
Hut.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th
Down.
down.
Ready,
Ritter off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
here we go, set. Set.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Check
They'll
white,
operate from
yellow,
the
line,
32-yard line
switch,
here,
yellow,
2nd and 3.
opposite, green, Smith, red.
Young will set to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when they draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Across midfield and finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Fans usually love to